My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is January 30th, 2022. It is 1:33 a.m. This is video number 2. This was my last prayer, and this is my back end. Any new subscribers, welcome. So let's go on Twitter. Let's see. Yep. Let's go on Twitter and share the first tweet. That was the last tweet on my last video. Okay, let's do the first tweet here. Alright, so there's this here. His dad said, quote, put it in writing, end quote, and he did. And it was just 5 days later, it was on the front page of a newspaper. Harry and Meghan, Netflix, exposing royal family leaks, briefings, and plenty of stories. Alright, so 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm gonna stop in between.
Looking at age. I mean, my gosh, this is when a family and a family business are in direct conflict.
Meghan, who just came into the family, already know how the system already work. And yeah, that should have been with the other video 1. But family and business, where pretty much random people, okay, cannot get involved with the family business. I don't know why they think this is the best way to do this. And there's Harry, who's one of the youngest, to say this has to stop. But let's continue.
Because they're blocking you from seeing the Queen, but really what they're doing is blocking a grandson from seeing his grandmother.
Yeah.
Later that afternoon, we found out that this story was coming out. Somehow the tabloids knew about this proposal.
Yeah. Who someone within the family. If it's not Harry and Meghan who's saying it, who else could say it? People who knew about it, which is one of the family members.
I think we've all known for a while that the couple have been very unhappy and have been struggling with their public role in the royal family.
And his dad said put it in writing.
Yeah.
And he did, and it was just 5 days later that it was in the front page of a newspaper.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of speculation that perhaps Canada, which is where Meghan lived before marrying into the royal family.
And I have to give prop to the Canadian. Meghan loved it. She lived there for, I think, several years, 7, whatever, since she's been on suit. She has great relationship over there. So that would have been the perfect place for them to be. But they leaked it anyway. And then Canada is a commonwealth of the UK. So eventually, I guess where they are right now, it was meant to be. God is good.
It's clear that the institution leaked the fact that we were going to be moving back to Canada. And the key piece of that story that made me aware that the contents of the letter between me and my father had been leaked was that we were willing to relinquish our Sussex titles.
And that's the thing here. They were willing to give up their title, but they run this thing like wildfire for more since they left, pretty much. Since they left. It's after the docu-series came out, you don't hear anything about it. Because now people know Harry was more than happy to give it away so they could give him his peace and quiet.
That was the giveaway. And I was like, wow. Like, our story, our life literally got taken from underneath us.
That's crazy. I'm gonna cut some part and fast forward certain part because, to make it somewhat distinct.
Feel the ticking clock at that point. So with our team, we decided we would put out a statement that we were going to, sadly, be stepping back, not stepping down, but to just have a reduced role.
Which makes sense after all they went through. And then they do it themselves, because if they tell them, they're gonna make a big deal out of it, so they might as well say it themselves.
You know, for my whole life, the purse strings have been controlled by my father. Within the family, it's normal.
The purse string. The purse string. So Charles has the money, so he control everything. And as Harry said, you could keep your money, I could live on my own. And that's what pisses them off.
To have that financial control over other members of the family.
Wow.
So the hope was that it's right there in black and white. You can see here's our intention. Here's how we wish to continue to.
Wow. The UK lose two hard workers who could help them. And the thing is that one of the things that I said on my last video, if they want to change the system that's over there, is that every couple years, I don't know, maybe every 4 years or every 6 years, okay, the people choose one of the royal family to be the head of the royal family instead of passing on by firstborn. Okay, because the system is broken. Many of them are not doing much to receive that amount of money, so make them work for it. If they want money, hey, be the head of the royal family, and then you get to control. Whoever gets to control the Duchy of Cornwall, okay, the people have to vote for it. They get the control of that. It doesn't automatically pass for to somebody, because all of them are sitting around doing absolutely nothing, receiving millions. Oh, there's no comment. Okay, let's see some reply. Okay, so Harry put a code to let him know that that day about them going to Canada had been leaked by someone in his father's office. When he put in writing that they will give up their title, that was code for him that someone was leaking to the British press. Smart one, Harry. Okay, and the journal was directly answered this. He was in direct communication with Harry's team about all of this. Harry knew a week prior to the story being released. There was constant communication. This is obvious. Okay, well, why do they go and set stuff when it should be private? Okay, let the family decide what they will do, and then so this is the thing that the squad were talking about, and I went to look and I didn't know. Okay, look how it stumbled upon me. I didn't know. I didn't even bookmark it. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, wow, great interview by at Samantha. Okay, let's see here.
I have to say, if there's one theme, just as a complete outsider paying half attention to Daily Mail headlines, that runs through her life, is she's blowing up families. I mean, she seems like she's really caused a lot of problems. And
how the hell? Oh my God, this is how they're bringing it into the US? She's blowing up family? What in the fuck? And then that woman is agreeing. Meghan just took her family and left. They told her to leave. She was just doing work. Oh my God. This is sad. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But no wonder why I heard some of the squad were saying they need to sue, they need to sue. And I was like, nah, she just needs to move on. What? They're really pushing that narrative over here for people to hate Meghan. And then the sisters helping doing that. That is sad. That is sad. And then I came across some YouTube channels that I used to watch during the Johnny Depp thing. The thing that I'm hearing from them, I stopped watching them. Oh my God. This is really sad.
She's gone after your family.
What?
Is that something you saw in her before?
No, we were kind of puzzled when both sides of the family were kept away from the royal wedding, and we started wondering, what's up with this? Like, why?
After all you done prior to the wedding, and they should invite you? What the F? What the F?
Not true, because remember, I know that was set up pack shots. But remember, he was filmed, the dad, getting measured for the suit, reading up about England. So if he wasn't invited, that doesn't even make sense. And I know the Paps set him up with that. But that was on the pretense that he was going to the wedding. So what she's saying doesn't add up.
She's gone after your family.
What?
Is that something you saw in her before?
No, we were kind of puzzled when both sides of the family were kept away from the royal wedding, and we started wondering, what's up with this?
And I know the Paps set him up with that, but that was on the pretense that he was going to the wedding. So what she's saying doesn't add up.
Well, why don't we get her on next week? And for a wedding?
pay her, and I don't think we need to.
We are not paying her $200 for an interview. We are not paying her $200 for an interview.
We started to realize, aha, when you have a wedding and people start drinking champagne at the reception, they start talking.
Right.
So
What the hell? But you were talking before you even start. Are you drinking right now? From what in the F? Okay, you guys gonna be pissed with me. Keep on
would
stopping.
it be for keeping both sides of the family away?
That's right.
The stories would come out. So apparently, according to other journalists, we found out that there were a lot of porcupines probably told to the royals and even to Harry when they met her. And in order to cover up, oh my God, so you didn't get grants and scholarships. You never worked for the embassy. What do you mean you only did a 5-week study program? So
But that's internship. Oh my God. But all of this could be easily proven. Why is she? But oh my God, so many things. Meghan then grew up with this woman. Oh my Lord, this is ridiculous. Oh my
our
God.
Uncle Mike, who worked for the embassy, as a favor to Dad paid for a 5-week study program. Uncle Mike threw in a letter of recommendation to be kind, even though he'd only met Meghan when she was a baby. And so, well, a 5-week study program that doesn't equate with working at the embassy.
It is for experience. Was she there? Meaning Meghan, was she at the embassy? Well, all of this could easily be proven. Oh my Lord. I wish the embassy put something out and said, Meghan, to debunk this woman. Oh my God. And why would Meghan go out of her way to lie about that? Oh my Lord.
Which she told Rachel Ray and Craig Ferguson on live television. So all of these lies started coming out, but we didn't know that she had told.
But all of these were said way before Meghan met Harry. Way before. Oh my Lord.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
The royal family, so many porcupines. So it makes sense. Oh my God, I've got to keep everybody away because if they start talking, the lies come out.
Classic.
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner. A setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Classic.
But there were so many of them.
Wow.
And why? It would have been so easy to be honest about who she is and to be proud and to empower other women when she's out there using her platform. Be proud of who you are. Work hard. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. You don't have to dress like Diana. You don't have to.
What the F? What the F? Okay, I'm just leaving it for you guys to listen because I'm sick of it already.
Got grants and scholarships. Give accolades to those who bring you up, to your parents.
What about you? Have you ever studied law or went to college or anything swanky?
I did go to college. I went to Northwestern University.
That's the big one.
Well, thanks. My parents were happy with the choice.
Yeah, no.
Give accolades to those who bring you up, to your parents.
My parents were happy with the choice.
Yeah, no.
Parents everywhere who sacrifice so their kids can go to college. And I feel like she missed the boat. Why lie and try to be something you're not when it would have been more impressive, in my opinion,
Yes.
to be strong in who you are?
That's exactly right.
You know, we couldn't figure it out. There was no need to lie.
You know, all of this, the school could easily back these things up. So there's no reason for Meghan to go and lie and for this woman to debunk. She wasn't even, when I say she, meaning Samantha, she wasn't even living to know, in Meghan's presence, to know what Meghan did. And Miss Dovia already debunked some of this nonsense these people are saying on the docuseries. Oh my God.
About all
And people know when you're lying, and over time they always come out, and
Wow.
people don't like liars. They're not comfortable around them. So how many members of her family were invited to her wedding, her second
Her
wedding?
mother.
Her mother, that was it?
One, yeah.
Huh. Why, was she not close to your father?
Was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Meg?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were incredibly close.
Why would you invite somebody who was planted to destroy the wedding? The plan was to destroy the wedding.
And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Why would you do that? And then a letter that was sent to him for him to give it to them. Why didn't she mention all of this to Clarkson? They know, but they try to how will I say that? Ruin her reputation here. I can't freaking believe this. Okay, Karma, do your thing with her. Baggage
Which was
forgot.
also what was so bizarre. You know, he was the first one that got the phone call. Daddy, I met a prince. This is reportedly, and my father told me about this.
And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
They were really close up until seemingly having to seal off all the hatches.
Nah, seemingly after the father was working with the tabloid to stop the wedding. Okay, so why would you invite somebody like that? And then Meghan was trying to get in touch with him to stop talking to the press, but he was lying to her. Oh my God.
And keep everybody from talking.
Oh my God. Let me see what some people are saying here. Okay, so that was the nonsense that was going to... Okay, well done, Sam. These are the haters. Okay, Sam always give... Okay, so these are the haters. Okay, I feel so bad for them. I get falling out of... Yeah, this... Wow. Okay, Samantha Markle's own daughter wants nothing to do with her. Let's listen to this. Wow, these were meant for the haters. Oh my God.
Mother, I would sum her up as...
Not
very good. She shouldn't be a mother, or should not have been a mother. It was a bit rough. She had a bit of abusive tendencies. It was probably when I was maybe 9 or 10. I would get like scratched or spit at, hair pulled, that type of thing.
I remember one morning, Noelle was sitting at the table eating breakfast.
And this is Samantha's daughter, the one that was talking before, talking about Samantha. Oh my God.
She had a pair of her tennies in the middle of the living room. And Samantha started screaming at her to get her effing shoes out of the middle of the floor. That was the start of a tirade. And that's my effing daughter, and I'll treat her how I want to. I'm not beating her, is what she told me.
She said if it's not bleeding and there's nothing broken, there's no abuse. When she wouldn't take me to school, she would call the school and say, oh, I wasn't home, or I was sick, or I just didn't want to go, or I was refusing to go. So of course the school, that made me look bad to the school. And I had been a straight A student up until the time that Mark had moved in, and she had started refusing to take.
I didn't want this video to start like that, but it's taking so much time, but I'm just letting it play for you guys.
Me to school. And of course at the time I didn't have a vehicle or a driver's license, so I didn't really have another option to get there. So I felt pretty bad inside. I felt like, okay, maybe it was something I did, maybe it's my fault. Did I do something wrong? Or was I not doing good enough? She would threaten me sometimes. She would say, if you call your father to take you, you're gonna get beat, or this is gonna happen, or your hair's gonna be pulled out, I'm gonna rip your hair out. I didn't feel safe, I didn't feel loved. I realized that most of the things she would say and do were just lies. So that just made me feel more and more.
I'm not even gonna listen to the other one. But the thing is that I think they put this out there for the American people. I don't know why they... You know what? Baggage forgot. Let me move on. I can't believe I even played this. So this was the thing the squad were talking about. I wasn't aware of. Now I stumbled upon it for nothing. Wow. They're saying, wow, great interview by Samantha. Meaning that all the stuff, the father even said it was a plan to stop the wedding. And then all the nonsense she was saying around the world. Oh my God. Baggage forgot. Okay, let me move on from this. Next tweet. Okay, just past the Penguin Wyndham House UK headquarters. I was in the area today. Penguin Penguin or Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's publishers. They've done a great job with Spare and The Bench. The Sussexes are both #1 New York Times bestsellers. Alright, so I thought I shared this because she was passing by.
Guys, I've passed the
She was passing by the building, and that's the UK headquarters, and she was just showing how it looks. Okay, for those who live around outside the UK like myself, she was just showing the building from the outside.
Guys, I've passed the Penguin Random House UK headquarters. This is in London, by the way. I was just passing by, but yeah, this is Harry's book publisher and Meghan's when she did The Bench. But yeah, I thought you guys would want to see how it looks from the outside. But yeah.
Alright, guys, so there's some images, still images. There it is. Crooked. And there's the street, the areas, and there it is. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Alright, I saw it and I thought I'd share it as well. Next tweet. Okay, just finished listening to this on Audible, my first audiobook. What an experience. To hear his emotion was so powerful. I feel so much for he and his wife. Prince Harry is right. Listening to The Spare by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex on Audible. Okay, let's see here. I'm confused. Thought they were stepping down from royal duty so they could... Oh my god, these people. Thought they were stepping down from royal duty so they could get out of the limelight. Now I hear more about them more than ever. Harry and Meghan are a couple of hypocrites. Really too bad people are enabling Harry and Meghan's addiction to attention by buying this book. Alright, so that's me commenting on this. Harry and Meghan told you don't listen to tabloid. I guess that's where you prefer to get info about them. They never said that. They even went further to say life is about sharing experiences that they feel comfortable to share. Paraphrasing. I guess you missed that part too, but okay.
Shouldn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's two things here.
That's part of the deal.
Two things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right? And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me. They're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with.
There's 6 comments under here. There's me here. They never said they wanted to get out of the limelight. He knows he never can do to the family he was born into. This was about ending abuse. There's the clown here. You should address your confusion with the British media, aka as the tabloid press. It's the press across the pond that can't seem to report on anyone else other than Harry and Meghan. No, you are not confused. You chose to listen to tabloid, and here you just want to vilify them for no reason. Me thinks you are the one looking for attention by mentioning lies. All right, so let's look at what other comments are saying. Okay, I went into that 100%. I read the book, but having Prince Harry take you on a guide tour of his life is incomparable when he talks about his wife. My first audiobook too. When I found out he was narrating it, I knew I had to hear it from him. It's outstanding and it's honesty. I share your sentiment. Okay, they are such a beautiful human being. They are for sure a perfect match. Agree, so great to hear it in his own voice. Think I may go back and listen to part 3 again. Love their love story. His shock at finding the one comes through, as does his love for her. Powerful. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. 20 minutes already. For 32 years, I watched a conveyor belt of faces pass by, and only a handful ever made me look twice. This woman stopped the conveyor belt. This woman smashed the conveyor belt to bits. I never seen anyone so beautiful. Prince Harry on Meghan. Yeah, I did a video about just that particular word. It's on PYTE. Yep. And look at him here. Look at him here, staring at Meghan. I think he's still mesmerized by Meghan's beauty. Look at him. There's Meghan. Yep. Let's see here. The Queen in retro chic style, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, was at a charity polo game hosted by her and her husband, Prince Harry. The Duke of Sussex is support of local charities. Alright, there's an article here. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are world's most interesting royals. The Sussexes have been searched for 70% more than all other royals combined. Okay, Queen of Kindness Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, handed over her coat to the mom carrying a newborn baby to help keep the baby warm due to sudden change of temperature. That was during the Netherlands Invictus. I remember that. Meghan Markle impact outland denim reached new height when Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, wore a pair of the brand's jeans 4 times while on her tour of Australia and was able to create 46 new positions for women who have been rescued. All right, yeah, I remember that. Okay, my favorite part of the book. Okay, he didn't lie. She is not only beautiful but also a great human being. Harry is lucky to have her. Okay, I like your taste. That man is in is in love. The way she spelled it. That man is in love. This is so ridiculously sweet. I also love in their documentary when she said she, quote, was the list, end quote. Man, somebody get me a tissue. All right, let's go to the next tweet. My goodness, I'm still thinking about that interview I just heard from Samantha. This is sad. All right, so this is another one. Prince Harry saying, I can't spot her in a face of 1,000. This is look at this. I think that was during the Invictus Canada. Look at him. He was not even paying attention to the thing. And they came with that freaking protocol because she's a girlfriend. She can't sit next to him and she had to go someplace else and whatever. But look at him. Looked like Trudeau was looking for her too. Making sure she's okay. Alright, there's this. Okay, where were they? Let me see if I could spot. Okay, yeah, I think that's Harry. Yeah, that's Harry. There's Melania Trump and there's Meghan over there. Oh my god. Even to all of this, are they standing up? Yeah, I think they are standing up. Yes. And look at him looking over there too. Wow. Wow. He wanted her to be next to him so they could hold hands. My goodness, they went through a lot. Okay, does anyone have that white shot of him looking at her while they all standing for the anthem? I love that pic. That's the first time I'm seeing it. I've known of it, okay, because I remember them walking for the Invictus or whatever, but never seen the picture like that. Okay, I've been looking for that last 30 minutes. Let me bookmark that. Okay, when was that? Okay, there's that. He had that look, fiending. Wow, if true love had a look. Okay, that's absolutely beautiful. He didn't want her to get away or from his side at all. That's love. Love it. Okay, I think Trudeau found her too. I think so too. Well, they all look the same. Okay, Prince Harry, please. All right, let's go to the next one. Wow, that interview she did on national television. I can't believe I'm still thinking about. Is he a Fox person as well? I don't watch Fox News. I don't even have cable, but jeez, that's very disturbing. That she's bringing that vile thing over here as well. My God, how is that lawsuit going on in Florida? Oh my God. It is astounding to me that Kate is 41 years old, trained for 10 years to be part of the royal family, has officially been part of the royal family for over 10 years, and is still learning.
They're very generous, aren't they? Mine's learning. How to do. Good luck with that.
The British media didn't give Meghan any grace to learn, and she still did it better than Kate. Okay, Kate didn't grow up as royal. She knows what poverty looks like. William and Kate are employed by the Daily Mail, The Sun. They read UK papers. They gave Meghan grief for her binders and Aussie. William and Kate team could prep them. Still, no one shows up without money or food. Okay, it's still called real life work experience. It comes natural for Meghan because she started volunteer work in her teen. But still, the other one been there for years. I mean, she wants to copy Meghan. Meghan have done so many things while married into the royal family, while she married Harry. Okay, she goes to charities, she brings stuff. She went to New York, Melba, the school, and Harlem, and all of that. She brings things. She wants to copy Meghan. These are the things she should copy, not clothes. Jeez. They want to make excuse as much as they can. Okay? And it wasn't even close. Meghan was light years out of Kate's league. As a public speaker, organizer, effective activist, Meghan is excellence and Kate barely achieved basic. Oh my God, Kate barely achieves basic. Exactly. Meghan Markle was 2 months in. She was giving amazing speech. She knew what to say and do, but they were saying she was unfit for the job. Like I said in my other channel, I have a video where I said, why are they complaining when they got what they want? Or something. I forgot how that, what I said in the thumbnails. But Kate, they should focus on Kate. Leave Meghan alone. Yeah, because this is what they want. Someone they could mold and do whatever they want. Well, Meghan left, so. Alright, so exactly, Meghan Markle was 2 months in. She was giving amazing speech. She knew what to say and do, but they were saying she was unfit for the job. Kate is getting passes after more than 10 years of doing less than the bare minimum. Okay, there's this. It's not Kate's job to learn. It's her job to listen, coordinate resources and donation, secure partners and project support, to draw public interest to, and to get down in the trenches alongside the grassroots volunteer to lift them up versus her reputation. UK politics. Yeah, that's exactly that. Maybe she should copy this. This is the list here. You know, what to do, pretty much. Okay, Kate does none of this, and her patronage does little of nothing to the overall improvement of charity. They close off. Okay, let's see here. Royal patronage failed to boost charities' income. Report find charities are being advised to steer clear of royal patronages to boost income, in a report that found no evidence that they increased. Let me bookmark this as well. Just said. I guess she wasn't taught those things then. I mean, she wants to copy Meghan. There's Meghan who did all the things that kept her patronage stay afloat during the pandemic. She could learn from what Meghan did. There's a perfect blueprint for her. All right, but instead, she's copying clothes. Okay, when you see Kate communicating with a food pantry worker, she appears to be ordering them. Kate and Will have to get real. They need to hire Eddie Murphy or Dave Chappelle for equity and inclusive diversity officers. All right, let's see this one. Whatever's there, that's it. All right, there's the clap. Yep, that part. All right, so let me focus on this, and then that's it. Mind-boggling, especially giving all the lies about Meghan not wanting to learn. Okay, cautionary tale: if you leave your family, job, and country, take a while to learn from others. Be modest, tread carefully, and don't assume you know best. Remember, others can be much more powerful than you. That was when? 2018. But anyway, my goodness, if Meghan were to listen to these people, wow. Next tweet. Okay, I've seen the last pic of Meghan holding oh, that's me. I retweeted this, and then I was making reference to the last picture, the last quadrant. Okay, I've seen the last pic of Meg holding Archie. Not once I thought she was barefoot, lol, until now. Okay, yesterday when I look at the picture and I realized she was barefoot. Let's go into it. There's no comment. That's me who retweeted that. Okay, one thing is for sure, Prince Harry is a much better father to his kids, Prince Archie and Princess Lily, than King Charles III was ever to Harry. He can't wait to be a father just to give his children the love his own father never gave him. The good King Harry. Okay, Psycho Breaker. Alright, so there's him playing with Archie. 35 seconds. Look at him. This is so cute. The laughter.
The world that they see is how I would love the world to be. They don't need to worry about the things that we worry about.
It's like, again. Yeah. Damn, go do it. Do your job. Kick the ball over. Look at him, just running. Oh my goodness, this is so precious. The laughter. Alright, so it's playing again. Alright, so there's this. That's probably Lily. My goodness. His little creation. Yep, I'm sure this part he can wait as well. Carrying his babies on his shoulder. Look at him. Every time I see this picture of Archie, he reminds me of my niece. The only girl in the family. Okay, there's this. This is the picture I was making reference with. Now, once I look at Meghan's feet to see that she's walking barefoot. I didn't know she was barefoot. Look at Lily. That was during her little party. Look at Archie with his little suit. So cute. That was during the Jubilee. Okay, there's this perfect playlist as well. Okay, someone's putting that thing, this happiness there, and that laugh is priceless. So true, and the reason why he delivered his own daughter into the world, especially after the miscarriage. Prince Harry wanted a lifetime for fatherhood because he was waiting for the right mother for his children, one who will love and nurture them just in case he's not there. Wow. Okay, breaking generational curses one hug at a time. Yep, happiness is. Yep. Let's go to the next one. Of all this, I just realized Meghan was not wearing shoes. Next tweet. There's Henry VIII. She has a YouTube channel. Go support her. Same name, Henry VIII. Okay, I hope my nephew is doing well. Shout out to my nephew. Okay, don't make my last years a misery, boys. End quote. It's really not rocket science why Charles wants Harry at his coronation. He desperately wants to portray his family as together united. One of two sons missing isn't a great at the ceremonial start of your reign. Okay, I like to also think that Charles is experiencing regret. Well, he should have thought about the wife that he has, because I think this is the wife that probably ruined it for him. Okay, he's a really ghastly human, but I keep thinking about how he was raised. All right, there's 5 commenting to that. I'm telling you, when Henry bring a question, a topic of discussion on Twitter, it's always good discussion. And I think I highlight more of her tweets than most people, because all of them, you know, are good discussion. Okay, I'll go into that. Okay, let's read what's there and then go into that. The APTS, okay, maybe one at a time, because they all have other sub response to it. Okay, I like to also okay, I read that. Okay, I think we all hold out hope that people aren't as shitty as they appear to be. I am not convinced that he has personal regret. I think at the end of the year waiting period, the institution slowly started to figure out they effed up. There is regret there. But I think at the same time, maybe, okay, each time I raised something else came out. I was like, maybe he did think that, but at the same time, they're still pushing at their agenda, whatever it is that they were pushing from the get-go. Because when you look at in this video, there's Samantha Markle going on US national TV. I don't know where it was being played. Whatever video that I just saw. I think Carlson works for the Murdoch Group. Okay, so, or it could easily be the tabloid in the UK who's pushing for her to spread their BS in the US as well. Okay, so I don't know about that. So that was the thought that I was thinking when I saw the half-sister talking about Meghan like this. But unfortunately, I think Camilla is running the show, and I don't think she cares. Yeah, that, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who see that. I think so too, but Charles needs to put a stop. The only thing that's probably, in my humble opinion, that's happening, maybe Camilla's holding something against him, and then Charles doesn't want that to be out. All I have to say is, in order for you to free yourself, just don't give a F and let them spill it so you can move on with your life, because she's ruining it for him. Okay, oh, she does for APTS alone. She wants both of Diana's boys to be there when she gets that pile of stolen wax placed on her head. Or is she gonna get something placed on her head too? I thought it was only Charles. Okay, I didn't know about that. Well, I was against Harry and Meghan going. Now I am super against it. Alright, so let's go into this. Okay, so I like to also think that Charles is experiencing regret. He's a really ghastly human, but I keep thinking about how he was raised. Okay, after what's here, that's it. Okay, I'll go to the next day. Alright, I read that already. Okay, totally, that makes more sense. I always hope for the best in people, but with these folks, you're probably right about lack of personal regret. Yeah, his only regret probably is that knowing that Harry is very loved around the world, so he wants that adoration to come over there during his coronation. Let's see, did I read that? I think we all hold out. Okay, I am not convinced that he was personal regret. I think at the end of the year waiting period, the institution slowly started to figure out they effed up. there is regret there. Okay, that man has several chips missing. Only regret he has is how it reflects on him. Yeah, that's it, because his plan did not work. Okay, to remove everything away from Harry, because he's holding the money bag to give Harry whatever he wants, and Harry said, you could keep your money, I'll take care of my family, you know, and all of that. So now Harry is thriving. Okay, he realized his plan didn't work. He was trying to do what they probably said to the Queen's sister, Margaret. Okay, when Margaret had to stay because she didn't have any skill, but Harry used whatever he has. Okay, creating charities, do different things, good with people, and there's his super bright, intelligent wife who's hard worker as well. You know, make things happen. They didn't need his money. All right, he's made deliberate choices. He could have honored Diana as his wife, and she might have considered to ignore his mistress. I think she tried that originally, but it became unendurable. Charles held contempt for her. Okay, you know, after, you know, Princess Diana died or something, if he could at least pretend, okay, just pretend you care, but don't try to erase her memory completely. But you're going out of your way to erase her memory, and people still love the work Diana did. So he's whatever, whether if his current wife who's putting shady thing in his head, that's all his own doing, because he's a grown man. He should have known better. And then to do that to his own son. Okay, I forgot who said it, but someone liking this kind of, quote, love to a light sweater, decorative but no use against cold or rain. Okay, that's Charles. Okay, let me go to my last one, and I think this one might be slightly longer. Let's see here. What was this about? Oh, okay, so this I already posted on my community board. I came across it the minute I turned on my computer. All right, so this is my last tweet. The Sussexes Archwell Foundation has released its 2020-2022 Impact Report. In their first year of operation, they raised $13 million and distributed $3 million in grants across areas including vaccine equity, relief centers, refugee resettlement, and building better online world. Oh my God, there's a video I came across. I don't think I bookmark it. It has to do with World Central Kitchen. I think I recorded it, but I did not put it. Okay, let's do this. Let's one thing at a time, and then I'll look for it. Okay, a letter from our co-executive director at the Archwell Foundation. Our core purpose is quite simply to do good. We meet the moment by showing up, taking action, and using our unparalleled spotlight to uplift and unite communities, both local and global, online and offline.
I think it comes with the territory, doesn't it? I mean, once you realize the effect that your name and that your position can have, surely all you want to do is make sure that you spend every living day trying to bring people together and trying to make the most of that position.
Taking action and using our unparalleled spotlight to uplift and unite communities, both local and global, online and offline.
But it hadn't been done before, this way.
No, true, but as I said, you know, with the way that the world has changed and with the platforms that we now have, used in a positive way, we can really bring people together from all over the world, across the Commonwealth of 52 countries, of a third of the world's population, of which 60% is under the age of 30. That is a platform of youth, of which needs to be listened to.
But the scale and the vastness of that is really hard then to manage.
Hey, the same blueprint they've been saying. They have the platform. People want to look at them. Guess what they do? They bring the little people, okay, who's doing so much hard work, okay, but they're not getting the spotlight. So she's, okay, Harry and Meghan are bringing those other charities like World Central Kitchen, other communities who need a helping hand onto the spotlight. That's it. Okay, we believe that philanthropic work is more than a handout. It's a handheld. To activate this belief, we independently create dynamic and impactful programming to serve communities in need. We also partner with key organizations and leaders to identify immediate needs, build meaningful initiatives, and drive long-term change. Since its founding in 2020 by Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the Archwell Foundation has built a growing body of work rooted in the philosophy of compassion. When I read The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, I'm thinking they were willing to give that title away, but the royal family didn't take it. All right. Okay. Philosophy of compassion, connection, and care. With the leadership of the Duke and Duchess we have cultivated strong strategic partnership with leading organizations, invested millions of dollars across the nonprofit space for sustainable programs and campaigns, and designed a strategy centered on large and lasting community impact. The result of their work are undeniable, both through metric that can be seen and emotional impact that can be felt. Baked into all that we do is the core belief that our collective well-being and mental health are paramount. Okay, our initiative between 2020 and 2022 have included investment and vaccine equity, global relief centers.
This is Felix with World Central Kitchen. This is Felix with World Central Kitchen reporting from Soufrière Primary School in the Caribbean island of Dominica. The school you can see behind me was devastated by Hurricane Maria back in 2017, and in fact it took a whole 2 years before pupils were allowed back on site. I'm now here with my colleague Jason to announce the completion of the first of our community relief kitchens. The kitchen will be used primarily to feed the needs of the 67 pupils here at the school, but we'll also be offering culinary training to the wider community when the school's not in session. We've been able to design the kitchen in such a way that it's resilient to future disasters and will be activated as a service kitchen to meet those needs if it arises. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible.
Refugee resettlement, the care of families and communities in need, and the reshaping of our online world with the support of groundbreaking leaders in this space. All right, people's already doing that, so they partner with them. Okay, thank you for helping us create lasting impact and drive systemic change, one act of service at a time. Okay, Jim Holt and Shona Neb, co-executive director of Archwell Foundation. Okay, so there's a link of this that's gonna be in the description if you want to go over all of it. I think I have it open. Oh, that's not this one. Okay, this is the link. You guys could go through it. Okay, so they describe everything here. I think that's the thing that I just read. Okay, what did she say here? Meghan, Harry. Okay, that's so cool. Meghan and Harry turn compassion into boots through their Archwell Foundation in a world where everyone has an opinion about people they don't know. The Duke and Duchess have compassion for the people they don't know. They don't just opine. They run toward the struggle. Jose Andres, chef and founder of World Central Kitchen 2021 time 100. Okay, there's all of this by the time. There's that content pages, what you could, where you find information and stuff like that. Okay, so all of this will be in the description. Okay, 12.6 million COVID vaccine equity. Okay, like I said, it's a long list. Okay, you guys could go through all of it yourself. The link of that will be in the description for you, and I also have it on my community board. Okay, so these are all the people who works for them or who part of the Archwell team, I'm assuming. Okay, so let's go back. Oh, not that. I think I have this as well. This link of that article, was it in video 1 or video 2? I don't think I read that, so that's probably for video 1. All right, so back to this. Let's read some of the comment. In their third year, Archwell intend to focus on three main pillars united by a vision of a world where our mental health and well-being is cared for, building a better online world, restoring trust and information, and uplifting community. All right, so there's the link that I just went, and it will be in the description. Okay, your headline is a lie. Okay, it's very misleading. Nowhere in the report does it state that the Sussexes raised 13 million. But for Archwell and distributed 3 million, the report stated 12.66 million was procured for global citizen for COVID vaccine, not Archwell. No excuse for life. But let's see here. That's that I just read. So much conspiracy in these replies over a line of information. I repeat word for word. That's what I thought I read in one of the thing I just read. From the media briefing notes sent out by Archwell to journalists, that is exactly how it was stated. If you have a problem with me or my reporting, then please black. I am so tired of this. Alright, where are you getting 30 million? I have gone through the report and not seen that numbers anywhere. Actually, I have seen any amount referred to how much they raised for the foundation. One thing I have to say about this is that the same amount of energy these people are putting on the Archwell reporting, they should do the same thing with the royal family. Okay, so this is a report for what they've done. When it comes to spending money and taxes and all of that, the United States does not play with that. Okay, if there is anything that they did is wrong, they pocketed anything or they do anything that they were not supposed to do due to the charity and the type of code bracket they told the government that Archwell is under, if they don't follow it, they will be in trouble. They don't care if you're a prince, you're a king, you whatever. Okay, the United States do not mess with that. Anybody who feel like they have an issue with the information that Harry put out, they were not talking. Well, I didn't go over the whole thing. I just, whatever I share with you in the video, that's what I went over. Okay, so when I have the time, which probably will not, I will go in full detail and look at it myself. But this information was a report of what they've done. It's not about what they spent, from my understanding so far. So when it comes to the money, don't worry about that. Okay, because the government does not play with that. You have Martha Stewart, you have all sort of prominent people who've gone to jail because they lie to the government. Okay, so all these people who spending so much energy on a report that the Archwell just put out to let people know what they've done, and then they go into all of this nonsense saying this number is not that. Okay, they should spend that same amount of time when it comes to the royal family, because they're the one who's taking your money. Okay, Archwell is receiving funds from private citizens to upkeep their foundation. They're not taking taxpayers' money. Okay, so let's get back to the original recording. But you know what, because this is they have some tax relief or something like that code. When they file their taxes, they could, you guys could see it if they put it out. I don't know. All right, but anyway, I am a grant manager in a nonprofit world. Before you feel the urge to ask, quote, but where did the other 10 million go? Consult someone who works in fundraising, grant implementation, and grant making. But I'll help you out. You don't have to spend it all in the year you raise it. It's obvious. It's obvious because you never know when, you know, there probably a year where you don't get the money coming in. It might go to something else. That I don't know. I never be part of a, I don't know, a non-profit or anything. It's pretty much that. People sending money. The more you get, it stays in your saving. The the non-profit saving for next time when something they want to do, or they want, I think they have something with they partner with NAACP. There's something they're gonna be giving every year. So if one year they didn't get any donation for whatever it is, that money could go for the next year. I thought that was obvious. Okay, great work and impactful. It's not acceptable to just show up taking photos with a can of beans that you didn't even purchase. They achieve all this without taxpayers' funding. Impressive. That's pretty sure. Let me go into this. Okay, let me read this and then go into that. The one who says I am a grant manager. Okay, it's interesting because around this year, last year, certain royal voters were quarreling about how much the Kensington charities were raising in comparison. This is the early days of a new nonprofit, and what they've done is impressive. All right, highlighting numbers without giving detail opens weird interpretation from weird people. Guess what? It's not their job. All right, once they filed, you know, when it matters is with the tax people. Okay, the tax people in the US. You know, I know they're probably gonna try to nitpicking and that, but I don't think Harry and Meghan will do anything. They have to pay people who work for them. Alright, so maybe the money doesn't go to all of the things that they're funding, but there's people who's working for them. You know how I say about the how do you call this, Red Cross? Okay, how I hate Red Cross. They raised million and then they built what, a handful of houses in Haiti, and then majority of their of the money they raise goes to the people who work. But we understand there are people who work for them, but the chunk of the money should not just go to the people. So there's Harry, who's helping funding different organizations. World Central Kitchen have talked about it, and there's one video I came across from World Central Kitchen who mentioned Harry and Meghan for the, I think is it St. Lucia or something. I have to look for it before I finish this video because they made that reference. I came across it yesterday. I'm surprised I didn't bookmark it. Okay, so I said I was going into that. Okay, this. I'm a grant manager. Okay, I read that already. I wish someone with experience on nonprofit world convinced them, including some language, which include how they plan to measure the effectiveness of their program. Funders like to know the dollars are making a difference. Okay, agreed. Giving them some grace as they are not a long established foundation, but definitely in time they need to incorporate this. Okay, and shouldn't. How will you pay your rent, employees, and other costs? Thank you. Thank you. The money that they raise, because the organization is not taking place in their home. It's somewhere. I look at the address the other day. I was doing something. When I was doing the video about how Harry felt for Meghan when I was looking for the world, I didn't want to go too deep into it, so I just keep the globe from outer space as the only part. But when I was doing that video and I went, you know, with Google and went into it, I saw where they were. But they have to pay for that space. Okay, where do you think that money come from? From the grant that they receive. All right, but the thing is, the difference between the Red Cross and the Sussexes, the Archwell Foundation, the other organization that they are helping sees it. When they go to New York, they give money to Melbourne, who was giving during the pandemic. They were helping communities. Guess what? She brought money over there to give to the employees who, you know, give their time to help other people. Okay, so she gave them money. You guys forgot about that? Not the squad. I think the squad knows. But for those who probably don't know, when she went to New York, she did that. When she went to the school, she gave, something to raise a little garden. And I believe a washer and dryer, because there were some kids who were homeless shelters who, you know, to use those to clean their clothes, all of that. Okay, did some of these people forget about that? So this is where the money came from. Okay, they receive the money from whoever's donating to them, and then they distributing the money where they see fit. All right, we already know where some of those money are going already. Okay, there's that indeed, but charities are rated in certain countries on their administrative costs, donation to program deployment, rhetoric, etc. If a charity takes in $13 million and only deploy $3 million, it is acceptable to ask about charities' finances and how the residual funds will be deployed. Okay, they could have easily lied about it. They said they raised $13 million. And this is how much they spent. So they could literally tell the people to who it mattered. I think the detail is when they do their taxes. Okay, tax season is about to be, was it April something? It's about to come out. So they're gonna itemize it. That's the word, itemize it, and then to let the taxpayer, the U.S. tax, how they spend the money, because they have a special code for that. Okay, to be in that particular organization, they have a tax bracket that they participate in. Hence the report linked above. Yeah, that's exactly that. All right, let's see here, which is not detailed. Well, they don't need to detail it right now. Well, at least they put this out for people. Oh, well, you know what? Let me not give my opinion because I don't know. Please share example of a detailed report of a 2-year-old foundation so we can learn, or show me the one from Will and Kate's foundation, for example. Thanks. Okay. Also, the only what is it? Every year. Well, last year I didn't really look into it, but at least the past 2 previous year, when I look at when I was paying attention a lot to the royal family, the tax information always came out late. And then when I look into it, I always said that they're probably waiting to see how they could switch numbers around. All right. But anyway, let's see here. And this is not so. Charities need to be accountable to all their stakeholders, not just donors. Okay. Do you have that same energy for the charities managed by the king because he has personally charitable organization? How about the other Windsors, Kate's family? White, am I thinking that you don't? Okay. Sadly, in a few hours, the non-profit world of the racist British Garter media will rise from the sludge and find something wrong with everything presented. You know what? It doesn't matter. If they have issues, guess what? This is one thing. This is one thing the United States do not mess with. I know there's a lot of rich people who in the US who don't pay that much tax because they have their people to arrange the tax code for them. But this is one thing, and one thing alone I truly understand the US do not mess around with. If the Archwell Foundation or organization does something wrong with their tax, you're gonna hear it loud and clear. People will go to jail for that. Okay, this is one thing the US do not mess with. Okay, I'm literally telling you that US do not mess with tax. What is it? Who went to jail? Okay, who else? So many other people. What is it? I think Wesley Snipes, the actor, there were some issues with tax. I don't know if he went to jail for it, but there were some issues. What else? Will Smith had some issues at the beginning of his career when he was making money. He didn't pay tax. Guess what? The US went after that. Okay, this is one thing I guarantee you. If Archwell does something wrong with their tax dollars that they, with the donation that they receive, and they don't pay, or they don't itemize it properly, they don't do something, guess what? This is one thing the United States do not mess with. And then I'm pretty sure Harry and Meghan will hire the right people to file it properly. Okay? So this, we don't need to worry about that. Okay? That's about when we need to worry about it. If the US raise concern about it, that's when we need to worry about that. Okay? What about the $10 million gifted to them from Better Up? I too look after grant, etc., where the interest on the fund amount were deductible salaries for employees, expenses for utilities, who were the donors, where are the monies being invested for good return, who are fund managers. I like those questions that they're asking. Why don't they ask the royal family that too? Better Up, I think this is who Harry works with. It has nothing to do with Archwell. That's my understanding. This is Harry's own personal income, his side job, let's just say, outside of Archwell. So let's see here. Let me read this and then go into that. Okay, this seems like a common sense, but it's not common. Like what happened with Charles' briefcase full of Taliban millions. Where did it go? Paying for William's fourth house, taxes, and Queen's property. Where was it spent? Thank you. That's a good question. I don't know why all of a sudden they're asking all these questions about Harry, about Archwell. Thanks. I've worked in the field too, and that was my first question. All right, let's see here. Let me go into that. Okay, what about the 10 million gifted to Better Up? Let's see here. You just said Better Up, donate 10 million. How find the others yourself? Okay. Since you are asking Archwell Foundation, asked the same question from Charles and Camilla and Wally, Katie about their foundation. Surely you are more interesting in there since they consult with dodgy corrupt people and taking bags of dodgy cash and their answer to taxpayers. Okay, so this once if Harry and Meghan file something wrong with tax in the US, we will hear about that. This I know for a fact. We will hear about that because the US do not mess around when it comes with paying your taxes. Alright, so maybe this is something completely different that will be itemized one by one, but we already know. Okay, I could see that 3 million spent where they say is from things that I've already know. They went to New York, donate money to Melba to give to the how do you call this, to their employees, and then I think Melba put a video out. I've seen the video. I do not have it by itself. Okay, where Melba was saying thank you to Archwell for the money, and then they were handing out the cash. Okay, we didn't see the cash, it was envelopes. Okay, and then we know when they went to the school in Harlem, we know they donate stuff to Harlem. Okay, to the school. And then we know about Well Central Kitchen. Okay, and then I need to go look for that video. Okay, and then we know about, there was another one that I'm aware of, Well Central Kitchen. There was something else. Uvalde, that playground they helped build. We didn't hear much about it, but I did share it. I put screenshot of it. So that alone, and then there's other things I'm probably not aware of. Okay, that alone, we could see a good chunk of money going to that. Okay, especially the Well Central Kitchen one, because there is a lot that that can be. Okay, there is a lot of money that can be spent on that. Okay, I'm looking. Is that the one? No. So this is something completely. Okay, William and Kate should take a lesson from a real royal when visiting a food bank. 1, go incognito to really do the work. 2, photo apps are secondary or after the fact. 3, let others shine. 4, bring food or money donation. There's Meghan here. I think that's when she was in Canada. There she is here with her hat, you know, doing her thing. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that. Let me look for this is okay, let's focus. I'm looking for
This is Felix for World Central Kitchen reporting from Sussexes Primary School in the Caribbean island of Dominica. The school you can see behind me was devastated by Hurricane Maria back in 2017, and in fact it took a whole 2 years before pupils were allowed back on site. I'm now here with my colleague Jason to announce the completion of the first of our community relief kitchens. The kitchen will be used primarily to feed the needs of the 67 pupils here at the school, but we'll also be offering culinary training to the wider community when the school's not in session. We've been able to design the kitchen in such a way that it's resilient to future disasters and will be activated as a service kitchen to meet those needs if it arises. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible.
Okay, I'm probably gonna have to do another video. I'm not even on their page. I'm not on their page. Why can I? Okay, I'm not on their page. I'm wasting time. Shit, how do I get into that thing? Follow. Okay, so now I'm into that. That's it. Now I'm in it. Media. Let's look for the media and see if there is that video. Is that it? Okay, January 17. How do we get thousands of fresh tortillas to serve? Bring in tortilla Otono, base in Modesto. We were able to get 4,000 corn tortilla to accompany our fresh plates of turkey pasadillo today. These meals were served to families affected by flooding. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. These are good things, but is that one? Well Central Kitchen, Mario, and Three Rivers, California, where flooding destroyed bridges into the town, leaving residents isolated for days. Our relief team is providing food kits so the tight-knit community can prepare ahead of more rain that is again expected to cause flooding. Right at Megan's backyard. All right, let's listen. That's not what I was looking for, but let's listen.
This is Mario checking in from Three Rivers. This is a little town, a community in the Sierra Nevadas, California. We've been here learning the situation after the heavy rains and storms. They've been suffering earlier this week. The entire town here has been flooded. A lot of damage. As you can see behind me, all this area was completely flooded. This river.
This is the thing. This is the thing is you just never know when it's your turn. Look how close it is to Megan's and Harry's backyard. All right, that's in California.
High that destroyed the only two bridges they have to get out of the town to communicate with the exterior. All the families here, they've been insulated for 4 days in a row. Because they couldn't move from home. Everything was flooded, mudded everywhere, destruction, a lot of fallen trees. This community is very strong, is very used to help each other. It's very resilient to these events. But in any case, we decided that we can support the community today here. Behind me, there is a local food bank. That today is distributing.
This is the thing with nature. You just never know when nature might strike you. You might be well off today. You just never know what happened tomorrow. That's how close it is. Megan lives in California, and this is where the natural disaster happened.
Food for the entire community that needs help, mainly senior people that barely move from home, a lot of veterans. These vulnerable people need extra food to stock up at home these days because we're expecting more rains coming this weekend and early this week, and definitely this town is going to get same problem. It's going to get flooded everywhere. they have to be home, and with this extra food we supply and we support with, they will be able and enabled to cook at home, so they'll be safe at home with food enough to go through the next following week. This is Mario.
Alright, so let's see here. Okay, Andres and his Well Central Kitchen made do God's work or that of honorable persons, your voice. There's thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'm a Californian who is safe at this time. It means so much for you to help my state. All right, this is not what I was looking for. Okay, I was looking for a video that I came across where the kitchen that I think it built. Oh, is that guy? What's his name? No, he looks like no, that's not him. Okay, the one who commits suicide. Oh my God. Okay, so it's going back. It was a more recent video. I think it was recent. It came on my timeline. Media. It should have been there. Okay, it's probably gonna have to be another video if I come across it. You know what came to me here seeing this? I think that's what do you call this, Ukraine, and you have people who got away from this living at it was on another tweet where they were taken in by some Brits, and then what they were worrying most is different people, dark-skinned people living in their community, going to school. Okay, all right. I do not see what I was looking for. It is a video that was talking about the kitchen that Harry and Meghan funded, Archwell had funded, and I think it had finished, and they were talking about it, and he gave thanks to Harry, to Archwell. I don't see it. If I see it by itself, I'll come and I'll insert it, but right now I don't see it. Okay, so let's do a prayer. I'm wasting time. This is a prayer I did from my last video. Let's do prayer for safety. Yeah, let's look that safety and Okay, let's keep it that. I'm trying to think too much. Okay, your love and faithfulness along with your goodness and mercy surround me daily. So I will not fear whatever might come against me. My trust is in you, God. And I give thanks to you for your love and protection. In Jesus' name, amen. Grant, O Lord, thy protection and protection strength. All right, let's pick one of these here. Okay, let's go to that one. Dear Lord, now that I'm leaving my home to go to work. Okay, I've read this before in another tweet. Let's go into that. Maybe there's more option. Let's do this one. Lord, protection and prosperity. O Lord in heaven, I come before you today for the sake of prosperity and protection. You're the protector of Daniel and the benefactor of the Israelites. Father, bless me so that I may prosper in all the things I do in my life. I shall prosper financially, spiritually, and health-wise by your will. O God, I pray you also protect me so that I will live a long and fruitful life. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so if I come across that video that I was talking about, I will post it, but I was trying to add it into this video so I could comment. I couldn't find it. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and thanks to those who have supported me.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.